HMG Weekly Wrap-Up. Bringing you the latest headlines in the news, what you missed on the podcast, upcoming events, community updates, and stories spotlighting our community heroes. This is where the week gets wrapped up, HMG style. And now, here's your host, Mr. Adam Bird.
All right, let's try that. How about now? Are we good? Yes? No? All right, let's try that. There we go. Now it's better. Now I can... I swear I've done this before. Oh, God. All right, now we're... Yeah. Thank God it's Friday. I tell you what. All right, so let me break it back down from 4 minutes ago. What we're talking about today is we're recapping Hero Fest from last week. Joe, Trish, thanks for watching out for me. Found the mute button. Yeah. I wish I could. Yeah, I can't. That's on me. David, what's up? Good morning, brother. Appreciate you. All right, let's get into what I was talking about for a solid 4 minutes that nobody heard anything about. We're recapping Hero Fest from last week. And I got to tell you something, that community showed up. We've got some headlines this week, some podcast highlights, some big community events, dates that you guys need to know about. So, but before we dive into that, quick reminder, May is Military Appreciation Month. And today, specifically, May 8th, is Military Spouse Appreciation Day. So that being said, I want to take a second to say thank you to every military spouse out there. Y'all holding it down, and your sacrifice just as much. You're seen, and we appreciate you. Joe, the show was better when we couldn't hear you. Ouch. Thanks, bro. So Military Appreciation Month. It is also Teacher Appreciation Week that started earlier this week. We're actually wrapping up today, Teacher Appreciation Week, and we're right in the middle of Nurse Appreciation Week. So to all the nurses, teachers out there, appreciate you very, very much. So remember, the entire month of May, we call here at HMG is Heroes Month, recognizing our community heroes out there. So we appreciate all of y'all out there. I'm going to do things a little bit different today. I'm going to jump into the headlines before we get into like the events and stuff like that. So again, I'm glad people can finally hear me. And for some of you, I apologize that you can hear me. I don't know what to tell you. We're going to dive into, I got two headlines, and then we're going to dive into the recap of Hero Fest last week. So I know last week I said I was going to keep it positive. I'm trying to, but headline number one, Charlie Kirk's murder case update. Utah prosecutors say they have found enough evidence to move forward against Tyler Robinson, the man charged with assassinating conservative activist Charlie Kirk, even without DNA analysis. This was what kind of, I don't want to say raised a red flag, but I found it very interesting. They're going to move forward even without the DNA. They told the court the other evidence on hand is more than enough to establish probable cause, and they're ready to go forward for the May 18th preliminary hearing, which is scheduled. So May 18th. So they're moving forward. Haven't heard anything about Charlie's case in a while. So I thought this was worth mentioning. Another topic this week that hit the headlines this week. Ted Turner had passed away. He was the founder of CNN back in the 1980, I believe, is when CNN went live. He passed away at the age of 87 years old. He founded CNN. He also added channels like TNT, Turner Classic Movies, and the Cartoon Network. Love him or hate him, the man definitely built something. And if you really want a really interesting read his autobiography. I didn't know much about Ted until I read it, and it was very fascinating to read about his, how he got into billboard advertising and then into radio and then eventually into TV, and how he was forced to sell his shares of CNN. So yeah, our condolences to his family. He was a true pioneer in the industry, and be missed. It was an interesting story. So Ted Turner. All right, let's recap last week. Last week, we were down in Palm Harbor, Florida for Hero Fest. It was the second annual Hero Fest, and it was a real banger, let me tell you. And now that I'm thinking about this, there's a picture I want to show here, if I can bring it up. Bear with me here as I forget. But it was, I don't know, we were starting, it was about 2 hours. I was supposed to start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and around 2, there was like a torrential downpour. I mean, it came down like something else. It was the it came down so hard you couldn't see 5 feet in front of you, and lightning struck right next to the tent we were holding down. Ears were ringing. I've seen lightning strikes, nothing that close before. And what was awesome to see are the people coming together to hold it all together, because as soon as the rain passed, which was like an hour and a half later, everybody that stayed got their tents back up, got everything moving, and the bands went back on, and it was a party until 10 o'clock that night. It was awesome. Ken, good morning to you. Sis, good morning. See you guys there. One of the cool things that happened, I mean, and this was during like there was a tornado warning and stuff too, and we were all just like, nope. And here's the thing: David Vargas from Pinellas County Veterans Association. David was the kind of the mastermind behind this. He put it on, and him and his team, great job. So big shout out to Pinellas County Veterans Association for putting this event on. David got on stage and said something is like, rain or shine, because when you call, when you dial 911, you're calling for a first responder or whatnot. They don't check the weather first to come help you, right? So that was the mentality that we took going into this event: was rain or shine, this event's going to go off without a hitch. If you go to heroesmediagroup.com, you can actually see an article and see some of the pictures that I posted from the event. But here's one of the big headlines out of Hero Fest this year: Palm Harbor, Florida is now officially the 84th Purple Heart town in the state of Florida. They did this the day before. This was the memorial that they put up. That thing weighed like 2 tons, I think they said. It was crazy. But the next day, they did a ceremony, and that's huge because Florida's Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins, who's former Special Forces, was there in person for the unveiling in a brand new Purple Heart Memorial that you see here. And it's not just a ceremony; that's the permanent mark of honor for combat wounded veterans in that community now, and that matters. A lot of people showed up for this. It was really cool, and I think I had some more pictures on the article on the website. You can go to and check that out. But this was awesome. It was a great event. A lot of people showed up. They were anticipating 5,000 people. The rain hit. Wasn't in quite that, I don't think, but still a couple thousand people still showed up. Forget the bands that were playing, but there was 2 bands or 2 stages rather, excuse me, and a ton of vendors. And regardless of how bad the rain hit there for an hour, everybody stayed. The sheriff's department was down there. They had the static display out. They had a couple of the fire departments were there. A lot of old military vehicles. I met with a gentleman who is not a veteran, but he bought this vehicle in Normandy in 1992, and it was like a 1943 like old deuce and a half type vehicle. Really cool. But it was a great time. So anytime your community does something like this, I encourage everybody to get out there and be a part of it. I was honored that we got the asked to come down and play a small role into this, and we're looking forward to next year. So it was a pretty cool event. Glad that we went, and yeah, it was a good time. So go check out the article. One of the other things that happened there was there's a nonprofit organization called Quilts of Valor, and they hit a national milestone that weekend: 450,000 quilts that they've done. They just hit 450,000 quilts awarded to veterans and service members nationwide. That's not 450,000 quilts. Like that's amazing. One of the veterans in the community there in Palm Harbor got a quilt from them, and they brought him up on stage and gave it to him, and that was just really cool to see. So Palm Harbor, David Vargas, and the Pinellas County Veterans Association, thank you again for having us out. It was a great time. Very much appreciate it. From there, you'd think I'd drive home, but I didn't. I drove out to the Appalachian Mountains for a couple days to turkey hunt. And that was an interesting experience. Anybody ever turkey hunted? If not, it's different. But we had a good time down at with our friends over at Green Valley Hunters Paradise. Speaking of them, real quick, shout out to them. Um, they've got 2 membership slots open for later this year. So if you're interested in going hunting and you want to become a member out there, look up Green Valley Hunters Paradise on Instagram and Facebook. So had a good time. It was, I love hunting out there, just being out in the woods, right? And I had never turkey hunted before, so it was my first time. And let me tell you something, man, I learned a lot. So what else we got? I got I got another this I want to do a hero spotlight real quick. This one's coming out of Tucson, Arizona, down in the old Pueblo. A Marine Corps veteran. This one's going to hit a little bit different. This one's out of Tucson, Arizona. 25-year-old Marine Corps veteran Ivy Unra passed away following a domestic violence tragedy in Kansas. And in her final act, she saved 6 lives through organ donation. 6 lives. And it kind of goes to that fact, once a hero, always a hero. That was the definition of service. We honor her today and always. Our hearts go out to her family, but I thought that was pretty touching. 6 lives. I don't know how you feel about organ donations. Neither here nor there. I just thought that was pretty, definitely something cool. Now there's 6 people's lives that were saved. So, David, not a fan. Not a fan of what? Turkey hunting? It's different. If that's what, yeah. All right. Get your calendars ready. We've got some stuff here at HMG going on. You guys want to take some notes on this if you can. Now, through May 14th, the People's Patriot Project have their online auction that is live. Please go check it out and support them. All right. Turkey hunt. Yeah. It's not fair. Yeah. After this weekend, I can see why people aren't, but I can also see why people are addicted to it. It's for the bird. Come on, Joe. It's for the birds. Really? Come on. Now through May 14th, the People's Patriot Project online auction. Go check them out. Our friends over at the People's Patriot Project. They do a show every Sunday night live, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So go to their Facebook page, the People's Patriot Project, and check out their auction and get something. Get something nice. What else do we have coming up? Mother's Day weekend is here, right? Shout out to all the moms out there. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Next week we'll be down at Soft Week down in Tampa. I will not be there. We do have some HMG family members that will be representing HMG down at Soft Week in Tampa, Florida. Big event. A lot of it's for the special operations community. If you've never been, you can check out their Facebook page and stuff. Sometimes they show some videos and some of the cool stuff that they do. So Soft Week next week, we'll be down there. That's the 18th through the 21st. May 30th and 31st, we're going to be at Green Valley Hunters Paradise for their motocross race, the Tri-State Cross Country Series. I got a sneak peek of what the track looks like when I was turkey hunting down there. Wow. It's a 12-mile track, and it's freaking awesome. I don't know what to say other than it's really cool, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm all about it. We're going to be shooting some video while we're down there. And you won't see it for a couple of days because we don't have internet while we're down there. So we'll shoot some video, and then we'll share it a little bit later. But stay tuned for that. So that's going to be May 30th and 31st. And then June 7th, we will be at the National Social Media Awards out in Los Angeles. HMG, we're in the mix. Stay tuned for that. You can go to nationalsocialmediaawards.com. And here's the thing right now, I've got 2 tickets for you if you want to go to the National Social Media Awards. Go to nationalsocialmediaawards.com. Check it out. In fact, I guess I could make it a little bit easier and at least put the link in the comments for you guys. So let me try to do that there. Multitasking at its best. I got 2 tickets. HMG sponsoring a table for the I think it's Business of the Year, Social Media Business of the Year, and I've got 2 tickets. If you're interested in going, it is June 7th. You're gonna have to find your way out there and get your place to stay. But I do have tickets for admissions and red carpet. So if you're interested, let me know. But what else? Yeah, it May being Heroes Month, and I'm gonna call him out, Joe. Joe Stojek, longtime friend of mine, and we met for the first time face to face last fall. Him and his wife, Andrea, just wonderful people. Joe is a community hero. He's a 23 year Army veteran. And he is now a community hero working with the police department up in his neck of the woods. I'm not going to say where, but up where he's at. So thank you for that. It's Heroes Month, right? If you know a veteran, and I got several of them on here, T-Dog, Ken, David, guys I've served with, Trish, if you're still on, Trish, all y'all, 25. I'm sorry, Joe. Excuse me, Joe. 25 years. Joe did 25 years. Thank you, Joe, for your service. If you're a veteran, a first responder, an educator, a nurse, a firefighter, an EMT, or a clergy member doing something incredible in your community, or you have somebody that you know that fits that description, email us. Email us at media@heroesmedia.grp. Right down there at the bottom of the screen. And let's recognize those people this month, please. Or tag them underneath here. Tag them underneath. What does Joe say? Joe says my wife is a bigger hero for putting up with me. Joe, there's no truer statement than that. I concur with that statement. Andrea is a angel that she has to put up with you. So, it being Heroes Month, let's recognize our community heroes, please. Now, one last thing before we get into what you missed on the shows. Last week, I had mentioned I have a little something new coming. I haven't done it in a long time. So I'm gonna show you guys right here. We've got, look at that, challenge coins that are coming. I haven't done a challenge coin in probably 10 years. And in fact, I don't even think it was a challenge coin. I think it was a poker chip that I did last time. Heroes Media Group has some challenge coins, and we ordered these. We had to make some changes, so they're on backlog for a little bit, but we've got word yesterday that they have been mailed out, and we will have them in our shop and in our store for purchase here soon. And then there's a couple out there. But if you know a community hero, let's get out there, right? Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, brother. So I'm excited about these coins. If you want one, you can either email me or drop put coin, leave a comment in there. Maybe we'll do like a little challenge to see who's going to win one of the challenge coins from HMG. So excited about these coming up. So that being said, guys, I can't stress enough, share this out. A lot coming up here. Where are we going to be next week? We might be here. We might be in Pittsburgh. We just recently, as of yesterday afternoon, we were invited to a PGA event out there to take part of some nonprofit stuff for the veteran community out there in the Pittsburgh area as well. That's tied in with the PGA. So stay tuned for that. We'll either be here or we will be out live in Pittsburgh next week. I'm not sure. But what I do know is it being Heroes Month, I would love to hear you guys nominate or tag somebody in your community that's a community hero, and let's recognize them. This is the month I really want to take off with this, guys. So I need your help. I can't do it alone. Let's dive into some of the shows. Only got a couple of shows that we got to talk about this week, so stay with me, and then I got some announcements afterwards. Uncommon Sense. This week they're on location. These guys are hilarious. Uncommon Sense, they're on location this week at a local golf tournament in northern Pennsylvania. I can't even tell you where because I don't know. But they have if you go to Uncommon Sense on YouTube, you can see all their videos. Hilarious. I love them. Double S Podcast. They were live Sunday night with Mr. Dwayne Wally of Tourney X. And then on the second half of that show, the one and only Theory came on to, I think he even did a song. So check that out. That's Double S Podcast. Misfit Nation Podcast. I got to give a shout out to Misfit Nation Podcast. Rich LaMonica and the entire Tuesday crew. You guys are doing a fantastic job over there with this show. This week, Rich sits down with Sergeant First Class retired Martinez Vandergrift, decorated United States Army veteran whose career spans more than 20 years in military medicine, leadership, and operations. Some of the things that they talk about, what it means to lead as a combat medic, lessons learned from Iraq and Afghanistan, and leadership at the tactical and strategic levels. What's the difference? You have to listen to find out. That's Misfit Nation Podcast. And they do a couple of shows, about 3 shows a week. So make sure you check them out. Next up, we got Homefront Sipret Podcast. This week, they sit down with Ryan L. Dorfled, better known behind the mic as Theory. There we go. Theory hit it again. United States Marine Corps veteran who turned his battlefield experience into a powerful voice in the world of independence hip-hop. Love it. Check it out. That is the Homefront Sitrep Podcast. Next up, we got the Arms Room Show, the OGs of HMG. This week, they're continuing their Bill of Rights overview with Amendments 3 and 4. So check that out, the Arms Room Show, talking about the Bill of Rights. What do we got next? Gene Campbell, we're just talking about you, sir. How are you? Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate you. Next up, we got Vet SOS Podcast. This week, Brent Bowers joins the Vet SOS Network to discuss building passive income through land investing and share powerful insight into military transitions, entrepreneurship, financial freedom, and real estate investing. Great episode. A lot of nuggets on this one. Vet SOS Podcast. And they do a different show 5 nights a week right now. And they're adding more shows under this umbrella. So stay tuned with the Vet SOS stuff. And I got to give a special shout out to Sean Wells. Sean is the mastermind behind Vet SOS. Him and his wife last week drove 4 hours to come see me at Hero Fest. And I got to walk around with them. It was the first time seeing Sean in a while, about a year. And I got to meet his lovely wife, and it was just a great time. Again, last week, HMG represented at Hero Fest in Florida. And Sean, thank you for making the drive even through the bad weather. So appreciate it. Next up, we have, what do we have next? Boot Stars and Guitars. This week, they talked with John Swat Jr. He was live, did some songs. Boots, Stars, and Guitars. They have 4 shows that they run each week. Tracy Laporte from she's a Gold Star mother. This used to be the old Patriots Inside the Wire show. They've rebranded. They've got 4 different types of shows that they run right here on the HMG network. So Boots, Stars, and Guitars, that's the umbrella of it. Go check it out. She's I'm not gonna say what nights, but you go check it out. It's on the HMG homepage, Heroes Media Group website. Next up, Label Free Podcast, our gal Deanna up there in Chicago. This week, she's doing a feature for her Gold Coast City Lifestyle magazine, and she sits down with former NFL quarterback Donovan McNabb. I know some of you were thinking like Jimmy Mack because I said Chicago, and I did that on purpose. No, she sits down with Philadelphia Eagle Donovan McNabb, who's just a stellar human being. Talks about the McNabb Celebrity Golf Invitational and how he aims to raise funds for wellness and health of youth. That's really personal to him. He kind of shares his story on that. And the event, because the inspiration behind the event, which has raised over $1.75 million in a single day. And hear about McNabb's thoughts on the importance of supporting the Ann and Robert H. Children's Hospital of Chicago. Very cool story. Label Free Podcast. Check it out. I already mentioned the People's Patriot Project every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Live. You can catch them here or at the People's Patriot Project Facebook page. They had a bunch of stuff going on this week. And again, don't forget to check out their auction. Other side of the firewall. This was a very interesting episode, I thought. The episode explains explores the latest cybersecurity threats involving AI, including prompt injection attacks. Those of you that don't know, if you're working with AI like Chat or Claude or Little Bird or anything like that, these prompts that you put into it, there's vulnerabilities to those. And there's a big impact on the healthcare infrastructure on it. You want to learn more? I definitely want to check it out. Other side of the firewall. Let me get here. What are we at? I'm gonna put this up here just because. Yeah, old Chicago. Well, I can't say. I mean, I can say it's my show, but I won't say what I really want to say. Go Packers and the Bears. Next we got what do we got next? Chasing Happiness is next. Chasing Happiness, which seems like the Bears try to do that every season. Chasing Happiness podcast. This week, Ryan is wrestling with something that he's been eating at him, trying to fix everything himself, right? How many of us have been where we're just trying to fix everything ourselves? Yeah, it doesn't always work that way. Give it to God, he says, and I think that's a great plan, and he goes into that. Chasing Happiness, check it out. I figured you'd like that one, Dave. Last but certainly not least, rise up, voices from the front line. Every leader leaves a legacy. The only question is whether it heals or it harms. This week, they explore what it means to carry the weight of legacy with intention. Leaders like Lincoln Mandela, Kirk, who left behind visions larger than themselves, and tales of unhealed leaders whose pain become their people's inheritance. This episode dives into real cost of influence. Excuse me. That's crazy. Yeah. Rise up, voices from the front line. Check it out. I'm keeping it short. I'm keeping it short this week. And it's on purpose. I'm trying not to cover a lot of news topics this week or this month. I want to keep them positive. I want to hear more news from the community heroes out there, and that's where I need your guys' help. Let's even if it's just giving people shouts out. I want to give people a shout out. So with that being said, for all you Bear fans out there, I'm just kidding. I appreciate each and every one of you that tune in each week to look at this ugly mug breaking the camera. Thank you for being here. To all of you community heroes out there, to all the teachers, happy Teachers Week. Thank you for everything that you do. The good teachers, you know who you are. To all the nurses out there, I got some very special nurses in my life. I got some cousins and some aunts that we're in the healthcare field. My wife is a nurse practitioner. She's at work today. So all of her colleagues over there and everything you do, thank you. To all my military brothers and sisters out there, big salute to all y'all. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, please drop a comment, jump on, say hello. Those of you that are watching this later. There's Rich LaMonica. Rich, what's up, brother? I'm going to be texting you here in a bit. Appreciate you jumping on. Great job this week on the show. Make sure you guys share this out to somebody that needs to see this. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment over there as well. Heroes Media Group. It's not just a media company, it's a community. It's your community, right? Stories that matter. And that's not going to stop anytime soon. As long as I'm drawing breath, I'm going to try to be here every single week, giving you guys some type of entertainment. Got nothing better to do on a Friday morning. Wow. Well, I appreciate it. Even if you don't have anything to do on a Friday morning other than to look at me, thank you. Thank you. Don't forget some of the stuff that we got coming up here. Oh, real quick, sorry, backtrack here. Happy Military Spouse Appreciation Day as well to all you spouses out there. We've still got Police Week coming up. We've got Memorial Day, and we've got several other things coming up. So stay tuned for all of that. Next week, again, not sure if we're going to be here, if we're going to be out in Pittsburgh. So stay tuned for that. Check out the posts and stuff on the social platforms. Like, share. I'm trying to do more for the community heroes out there and get them recognized because they deserve it. Right? That's why I started this. So again, this weekend, you guys know what I'm about to say. Don't get the 45-degree syndrome, right? Get off the computers, put the phones away, get outside if the weather's nice. Maybe go fishing. I don't know. I might do that myself. But I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Please share this out. And again, if you have a community hero that you know, even if it's yourself, tag yourself under this so you can be recognized. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys next week. God bless you. God bless America. Take care, y'all.